Today I'm going to show you how to make a jack-o'-lantern face. That's right, I did this on a towel, but it would work the same as a t-shirt. So let's just get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I folded it in half, and then I drew some scary eyes. Now, I should have done these rotated like 45 degrees clockwise. And you know, this is why you do things. You live and you learn. I also started doing my smile like that, and then I decided, no, I don't like that. I want it more like this. And then you'll actually see I even changed it later. So you're not married to any of these things. You can always adjust it. Here I'm folding that part in half again, the eyeball in half. So there's 4 layers of fabric there. There's the front, the back, and then each of the sides. And I accordion folded. My head got in the way, but I'll show you with the other ones. You accordion fold along the line so that it makes a straight line. And then you're going to wrap with Sinew around like 3 to 5 times. There I pulled it and then it pulled right off, which is something that happens quite often, but I don't show it, but here I showed it. But you just got to redo it. That's all you got to do if you mess up, you know what I'm saying? So here I'm just pulling it. My daughter here is showing us what colors we're going to use. I decided to make the smile a little bit bigger, so I drew that line a little bit longer. Now I'm going to start on the nose. So here you're going to accordion fold along that line. When you get to the little pivot, you're going to turn your fabric around so that it makes a little corner on the side, and then you're just going to wrap. These little knobs are really quite small, so they're kind of hard to work with sometimes, but they end up being worth it. Sometimes when I tie them, I'm like, there's no way that this is going to turn out good. Like, this looks ridiculous, but it actually is really gratifying when it works out. So here I've got some little hands helping me, as you can see. I'm just accordion folding along that line. She'll move her hands. There you go. Just accordion folding along the line, and as I get up to the top of the smile area, I just again pivot turn. And I will also say this fabric was damp. I soda ash soaked it, and then I am tying it damp so that the accordion folds kind of stick to each other. So that was the last fold I did, as you can see. So here I am tying it around. Very helpful little 3-year-old hands here. When she applies the dye, she goes a little heavy-handed, but we go with it. She's ready to apply the dye. So here I'm just kind of scrunching up what's going to be the outer edge, and then I took some rubber bands and I just kind of secured it. I tried to make it as flat as I could so it wasn't like balled up like a ball, but it was kind of more flat, and I kept those little knobs sticking out because I did end up using liquid dye for the eyes. So I did 1 teaspoon of soft orange for 4 ounces of water, which was too much water. You could have done 2 ounces and half a teaspoon. But then the color I did was Powerberry, and here are some helpful hands that are going to add quite a bit of Powerberry onto my fabric. But you're just going to want to sprinkle it on as best you can. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. I just kind of sprinkled it on. And then what I did is I boiled some water and I put it in my gallon pump sprayer. And here I am just spraying it to set the dye. So if I had let this dye set for like another like hour or two, the color would have gone through a lot farther, but you'll see when I unfold this, there's like more white space, and that's because I didn't let it sit for longer than like 15 minutes. So the dye did set, but it didn't travel all the way through the fabric. So that's why you can see like lighter purple areas. If you wanted it to be like more purple, you let it sit for a little bit longer and it will travel through the fabric a little bit more, and it won't be as spotty. It'll be a little more solid purple. So there's just a hot tip for you. So here I am washing in cold water, and then I rinse it in hot water, and then I use Dawn dish soap. This had so much dye on it, it took me a really long time to rinse out. And even whenever you're doing hot water irrigation, just note you are going to be rinsing for a little bit longer than if you're doing ice dye. I'd say I usually, like a towel this size would take me maybe 2 minutes to rinse. I think this took me 6 minutes. So it does take a while to get that color out, and you want to get out as much as you can so that it doesn't run onto your other clothes. But it is worth it because the hot water irrigation is just such a quick way to do tie-dye. I think it's worth it. So anyway, then I put it in my washing machine on hot. Did I already say that? If I did, I'm telling you again. And the final result turned out really cool. I would do a couple things differently next time. I think I would do the eye a little bit more upright and not like slanted like that, because it kind of looks like cute and I wanted it to kind of look mean. So I would have slanted the eyes in more a little bit. But anyway, if you give it a try, let me know. I'd love to hear how it goes. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. I do tutorials like this twice a week. I also go live on Saturdays if you want to join me for that. If you are new to tie-dye or you're seasoned in tie-dye, I have a link below for a free printable for 12 folds for tie-dye. I made it really pretty. It's a gorgeous little ebook. I also have an Etsy store. If you liked what I had today, it might already be gone, but you can always pick up something else. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.